Hey, howdy and happy day, the world. So much is going on in the world. The old Trumpster, he's acting up every day, and the rest of the world, they all chime in and everyone has something to say. It's kind of interesting stuff. Now, the Democratic National Committee, I should say, just elected a fellow out of Minnesota. His name is Ken Martin, and he says, hey, I'm the next chair, and we have to fight Donald Trump and all of his billionaire people because they bought the country. We got to fix that, and how bad of a guy is he? And he goes on, and this is the same guy that says that Donald Trump should be tried for treason. This is the same guy again. He said, let them all in across the border. It doesn't matter if they don't have any documentation. They're illegal. That's okay, but that's not treasonous. I think so. There's a long list of things that the Democrat Party people have voted for and have done that actually makes them treasonous. And he's all over Trump, and he says, we're going to fight. The fight is for our values. What values? The fight is for working people. No kidding. Really? What working people? The 20 million people you let into the country to take Americans' jobs because they don't even have a right to be here? They don't have a social security number. Right to work? Come on already. The fight now is against Donald Trump. Boy, oh boy. Now, let's go over to Canada. Oh, there's Canada, there's China, there's so many places. Mexico, this tariff thing, it's happening as we speak. And, you know, nobody quite knows what to do with it or what to say. Ontario, Premier there, he said, I need a mandate to fight against this. So he called an election. I think the election is February 27th. Really? You need a mandate? You're the premier now. What? But that's what he did. So he's going to take everybody to the polls and spend zillions of dollars to get a mandate. He already has a mandate. Go fight. Don't run back and say, would somebody help me? I mean, you're there. You've been elected. Go do your bloody job. Anyway, he says he's going to spend $22 billion with a B to build infrastructure as part of the stimulus package, and the package so he can fight Trump. But the package, he says, is going to go forward regardless of whether the 25% tariffs exist or not. Duh. He goes on to say that he's also going to appoint 300 special policemen for transit operations in Ottawa and Greater Toronto area. But he's been in power for years. So when you've been in power and you're running for re-election, you shouldn't say things like, elect me and I'll do this, because you should have already done it. Really? I mean, he's PC. He's a progressive conservative. Canada now does have conservative parties, but years ago, I don't think they did. They were all called PCs. That's progressive, of course, means left. Conservative means right. That's a mix-up of wordage, right? That's like saying virgin hooker. It doesn't work. Are you a conservative or are you a liberal? I think Ford's kind of the P more than the C. You know, if you're in politics, particularly in Canada, and if you're the Prime Minister of Canada, now he's got press. He's center stage, and Canadians won't accept this tariff, and we'll fight back. He's talking big, right? An optimist. Let me tell you about an optimist. An optimist is a person who falls from a 30-story building. And as he passes each floor, there's people there watching them. And he says, all good so far. That's an optimist, right? It kind of makes me think of a liberal and how they run the country, They're crazy, and they hit bottom because there's nowhere else to go. Because socialism has been tried so many times. It doesn't work. Duh. It doesn't work, but they keep on trying. Justin Trudeau, he tries it again and again. I mean, this guy has let Canadians down so many times. And the Canadian political system is not like the American system. Americans are watching this show and they're saying, what's the problem? Vote him out. Firstly, you don't get to vote for the Prime Minister. I think he got elected with 26,000 votes, 3,000 of which, or whom, spoke English. All the rest were in Quebec and nationals and so on, right, from other countries. That's how bad it is. You don't get to vote for the Prime Minister. You only get to vote for your member of Parliament. And that member of Parliament is not allowed to speak, because if you speak, the leader of your party will kick you out of the House. That's how crazy it is. This is like the King of England back in 1200 and 1300. I mean, they had absolute dictatorial power, and that's the Canadian political system. Canadians think it's more because we're all kind of brainwashed because we watch American TV. We assume we have rights. Not so much. Now, he's going on to say, from now on, in the Senate, we will only have people who are elected by the people of Canada. So he's appointing more senators. I think there's 100 and some odd senators, and he's now appointed almost 100 of them. So, and they're unelected. He's talking about something else. Who knows what he says or means. But the Senate's an unelected body, and they govern the country. So you can be a conservative, and you can get everything kind of done, but then won't go through the Senate, and you're back to square one because they're all liberals. This thing has been set. The stage is set. I mean, his actions, Trudeau's actions, they are not in the best interest of Canadians ever. Ever. This guy says he's quitting, he's retiring. I wonder. Because now he kind of likes this new spotlight on him because I'm famous and I'm going to fix this, and Trump, don't you dare fool around with me because I'm a tough guy. Not so much. You're a girly man. Hey, step away. And we need somebody to step in, but fix the system. You can fix the country, you can try, but you can't unless you fix the system. Hey, get a man on that. Now, that's it. I got nothing else. So y'all come back and we'll have more for you from the right, and it will be an interesting week. I said goodbye, but I'm still going to ramble. People are saying that in Ontario, with tariffs, that the automobile industry will close. Plants will close literally within a week. Is that... I can't imagine that. If you have a 25% tariff, if you make $1 million a week, now you make $750,000 instead. Isn't that kind of how it goes? Something? I don't understand it. We'll all have a better understanding as time goes on. Hey, I'm really going now. Y'all come back.